go.
What's up, guys? Episode 21 here, Beanie Boys here. We have a guest appearance on this episode, so we'll get to that in a little bit. Sorry we haven't posted this past week. We've had some weather issues and stuff like that. Didn't want to put the editor in any harm's way. But, of course, we do have to throw it to Mackie for the bourbon of the day. Mackie?
Bourbon of the day, we got Russell's Tenure, my all-time favorite. Can't ever go wrong. It's got your standard 10-year age statement on it, like it says on the bottle. 75, 13, 12 for the mash bill. A lot of vanilla and toffee notes in this one. Some oak from the aging process. Really good for $40.
Yeah, can't go wrong with it, Mac.
No, not at all.
No, you cannot.
Jerry loves Russell's Tenure.
Does he?
Yeah.
Shout out Jerry again.
Elite
Classic.
pick there.
Yeah, but to get to the guest appearance, I want to give a round of applause. Nick Anderson from Region Guy. So give Nick Anderson a little round of applause.
Honored to be here, man.
No, yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
Nick.
appreciate you coming on, brother.
Yeah, so Nick and I actually played soccer together since probably 7 to 14 years old on the same team. So, and then he went to our rival high school as well, Lake Central. It's good to see a Region kid going out there and doing his thing. Started at Barry University, right, Nick, for 4 years?
Sure.
Yeah, how was that?
I love Miami, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience, you know. Living in Miami, it was definitely a culture shock coming from Indiana. Everybody there speaks Spanish and shit, so it's definitely a lot different. But yeah, I really enjoyed my time there. The coaches were great. I had some great teammates, had some good teams there. But yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun. And then after last season, I kind of felt like I put together a good enough resume to try the D1 world out. Hit the portal, and yeah, landed at Furman now, which I love it here too, so it's been great.
Yeah, I seen your senior year, which was your best year. You averaged 17.5 points, and you were shooting 42% from three. That's a good resume for any team that likes to run and gun and shoot the three in transition. But I'm going to throw it to JP right here, Nick, and he's going to ask you a question that we all put together. So, John, can you ask him your question, buddy?
Yeah, buddy, I just want you to kind of take me through a day in the life. Say it's a random Tuesday, you got class, just kind of the grind in the life of a Division I basketball player. I'm sure you're busy all the time and stuff like that, so kind of just give the viewers kind of a viewpoint of what you go through on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, no doubt. So, we play, since we're in conference, we play games Wednesday and Saturday, so usually our coaches are good with kind of monitoring like how guys feel and whatnot. So like on a Tuesday, it'll be called like a day before practice. So I usually just wake up. I got a position coach. I'll text him to watch some clips, watch some film, get some shots up with him. He'll put me through a workout. And then usually, since I'm in grad school, I don't really have class during the day. My classes are all kind of later in the day. So I kind of just chill at my apartment, make some lunch after working out, and then just, we'll probably practice around like 3 or 4. And we always start with like a team meeting, which will be anywhere from like an hour to an hour 30 if we're watching a lot of film. But yeah, we start with the team meeting and then we go to practice. Day before practices are pretty light, probably I would only say it's 70 minutes, 75 minutes max. And yeah, our practices, we usually day before, we just do some scouting, get some shots up, go over like our offense and stuff like that, just kind of, tying in the screws and whatnot, just preparing for the next opponent.
Yeah.
So pretty much your life as a Division I basketball player, your life is basketball.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially now that I'm in grad school, it's really just hoops.
Yeah. And it sounds like even an off day is a busy day, Nick. I mean, Jesus, you just named us like 6 or 7 things they have to do throughout the day. But, Mackie, we're going to throw it to you next, buddy. What was your question that you had for Nick?
So I took a little bit different angle, JP. I thought you had a good question there. Coming into March now, I think first or second week of March is your conference tournament, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's basically like you're playing your whole season to get into that conference tournament, and it's survive and advance survival mode from there on. So what's one thing you're looking forward to as you get into that conference tournament, knowing it's do or die every game, every shot, every possession?
Yeah, yeah, I guess you could say it's do or die. I kind of view it as just like, just kind of like there's no more pressure anymore. You just kind of play free, go out there and hoop, because at the end of the day, that's when you're at your best, when you're just kind of just not thinking out there, trying to get in that flow state. But the intensity definitely, everything's way more intense. The effort's way more intense. I really believe in our team. It's a tough conference, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a 3-game season. With the conference tournament. So we just gotta find our stride. Going into March for sure, which I think we're going to, and just take it one game at a time, one possession at a time, and just leave no regrets out there. Just play as hard as you can.
No.
Absolutely, that's a lot of basketball in three days.
I love that answer, man. One game at a time. I feel like you hear that from everybody, and that's got to be hard to just take it one day at a time and not look forward to the future. So that's a great answer from you there.
Yeah. DP, you got your question for Mr. Anderson here?
Yeah. So Zach here says that you're an elite level ball knower. So I'm gonna have you create your own basketball player. We're gonna go shooting, passing, IQ, and ball handling. You can do
IQ and ball handling. Okay.
You can do NBA, college guys only.
I'll probably just do NBA.
That's fine.
Shooting, gotta go Steph Curry. He was probably one of my favorite players growing up. Ball handling, Kyrie. I think he's a savant with the ball. IQ. I mean, it's almost. I feel like you gotta go LeBron, right? He's just basically the GOAT, right?
What was your last one? What was your last? IQ, passing. Oh, passing was it?
Passing,
yes.
Passing. Ooh, Jokic.
Wow. I was expecting some CP3 action.
I was expecting Draymond Green.
Yeah, Draymond.
I mean, that's an elite level player. Steph, Kyrie, Bron, and Jokic all inside one player. I mean, wow.
I kept it with the newer guys.
No, I like it. Yeah, it sounds like my park character, 99 overall.
You put that all into one player, Zach's probably still saying Jordan's the GOAT.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I agree with that too. I think he's my GOAT.
Yeah.
But in this era, I would say LeBron right now.
I like that question. A little curveball there, kid. Nick, my final question for you is, before we get into just kind of like your recap of your guys' season, my question is, what was the most challenging part about transitioning from Division II basketball into Division I basketball for you?
Yeah. The most challenging part probably for me, I definitely had because I was here the whole summer kind of practicing with the team. Like, we have summers here working out. So there was like probably a month and a half stretch where it's just like, just getting used to the pace of the game. Everybody's way more athletic. The bigs are actually 6'11", 6'9". The guards are just way more physical and stuff like that. So, coming from the D2 level, like, you're able to probably get away with a lot of, stuff being skinny and whatnot. But, when I came here, like, the first month was tough because, I gained 13 pounds over the summer. The first month where I was still at kind of like my Barry weight, it was just, body was getting beat up, getting pushed off the ball, that type of stuff. So the physicality was definitely probably one of the most challenging parts for me.
Yeah, I mean, we all know, gaining muscle is tough. Both these guys, or all three of us, played college level ball. Not like you, obviously, but I mean, you got to be in great shape to be able to perform at the level you want to perform at. So, but we do know that you have a game this upcoming Wednesday, conference game versus Sanford. So hopefully no Sanford coach is watching this. So what's your guys' game plan going into that game Wednesday?
They do a unique style of play. They're one of those teams that presses the entire game. They're gonna switch a lot on like the half-court defense and stuff like that. But the game plan is probably just gonna be very similar to last time we played them, which is take care of the ball, win the boards, and then at the end of the day, we really were just hooping on offense. We're kind of we play at our best when we play defense. That's kind of become our identity, and then we kind of let the offense figure itself out, unlike last game. But so just putting a lot of emphasis on the defensive end is kind of where the game plan is going to be for sure. They're a great team. They run and gun. They play fast. Like I said, they press the whole game. So it's going to be an up and down game for sure. Definitely going to get in that cardio. But I think we're definitely gonna give them a good shot. It's gonna be at their spot. So I love playing away games, but it's gonna be a good one for sure.
And did you guys take them down the first time you played? I can't remember.
Yeah, we beat them at our place.
That's what I thought.
Dude, do they still got the little guy?
No, Dallas. Dallas still isn't there.
You remember?
I've been playing that kid since my sophomore year at Barry. Man, he was from a school in my conference, Nova Southeastern. And they actually played the exact same way Sanford plays, pressing the whole game, like just quick shots, run and gun.
That's probably how he got recruited. I mean, that little shit running around everywhere.
Did you, Nick, did you see the thing of when they had him jump ball against Edie?
I did see that, and I was sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
But he's a good player, good competitor for sure.
Yeah, and Nick, I don't know who, I forget his name. It's you and the other guard. Is it PJ?
Yeah, PJ Smith.
PJ, yeah, so it looks like you guys are averaging about 30 of your guys' team's points. I just have another question for you. How important is it for you and PJ to get locked in and find that rhythm of the play early in the game to make sure you guys can stay in these games?
Yeah, we know what our role is on the team. I think the biggest thing for us is just trying to, give guys on the floor assurance, like we're here, we're here to hoop, that type of deal. Just give everybody else confidence. At the end of the day, in my mind, I don't like to put a lot of pressure on the offensive end. I like to just I honestly think I play better offensively when I focus more on defense, which is kind of crazy. Because I feel like I'm just not thinking as much. It's just more just letting it come to me. I think PJ would agree with me on that. We've talked about it before and how if we just focus on defense, the offense will be there. We just try to be out there, give everybody else confidence. At the end of the day, everybody on our team can hoop. So if it's not my day, it can be his or someone else's. So it's a good deal.
It's a great answer. You can tell you're media trained, huh?
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Yeah, Nick, when I've seen highlights of Nick and on his Instagram, his feed, I always see people reposting him and stuff on there, and I've seen some of the reels and the clips. You kind of got a little bit of another region guy, and you kind of remind me a little bit of Sasha, the way you play.
Really?
Sort of how we played at Purdue, yeah. I mean, you got a clip, plays defense, scrappy, It's cool to see you region guys, kind of making it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely.
Do any of you guys have another question for Nick, or do you guys want to get into our recap of the Elite Level Hoops? Mackie?
I'm good.
All right.
He did everything I think we wanted answered.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we introduced you to Nick. We gave you a bunch of stuff about him, and now we're going to get to the recap of some high-level basketball. So we had a couple big matchups. The number one game that I was excited to watch was that Bama-Auburn game, but we'll get into that in a second. We also had Illinois, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Purdue, and Houston at Arizona. So, John, I'm going to throw it to you first, buddy. Give us a recap of all four of those games real quick.
Yeah, I mean, Auburn, they proved they're the best team in the country. We've said it all year. I mean, they're the clear-cut number one. Going on the road to Bama, 1-2 matchup. First of all, huge for the state of Alabama. And just all around, Janai Broom comes out early, hits 2 threes in the first 4 minutes. Your best player sets the tone. And, it was a up and down type of game, just as we expected. And honestly, Auburn beat Alabama at their own game. So, Auburn's the best team in the country, and I think that's all really I got to say about that one. This Illinois-Michigan State game, though, man. I mean, Illinois comes out. It looks like they're going to open the floodgates. It looks like this game's over. And what do you know? Izzo comes back, comes up with a plan. He starts playing zone, mixing in a little man-to-man. And Kasparis just started taking bad shots. Cody Riley was forcing too many threes, and Michigan got hot. Jaden Akins started going to the basket instead of forcing his three-point shot. And Tom Izzo, Big Ten record, most wins ever, passes Bobby Knight. So that was awesome to see. Good for Izzo, but Illinois has got to figure their stuff out, man. You can't lose by 14 at home in a crucial game. And then we got Wisconsin, Purdue. You guys all know I actually hate Purdue. It's good to see this team struggle. Being an IU kid, Little Braden. You can't do it all the time. TKR had 29, and you still lose the game by 7. Like, losing on your home court, March coming up, it is scary time for Purdue. And you all know, I would love to see a 15 or 16 seed beat this team in the first round of the tournament. Maybe Furman. Maybe Furman.
What happened?
Give us the Furman Paladins.
Yeah, I think we match up very good against Purdue.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
I'd love to see that.
That'd be sick.
But as we all know, at the end of the day, Purdue sucks, and it's amazing to see them lose. Houston, Arizona, I didn't get to catch much of this game, but what a win for Houston. I mean, going on the road against, the certified shot chucker and Caleb Loves.
And a hot Arizona team right now.
Yeah, Caleb Love, I'm sure probably shot him out of this game in some way, shape, or form. He's pretty good at doing that. So, all around, good win for Houston, and they're one of those teams that's going to be right there at the end of the season.
Yeah, and Nick, before I throw it to you, I don't know obviously how much basketball you get to watch, obviously with how busy your schedule is. I guess just another question is, do you get to tune into these games like on your off days and stuff like this?
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely tune into Auburn a lot. They actually, partly because we played them in an exhibition to start the season off, and then also they have one of their players is a transfer from Furman, JP. Purdue,
yeah.
So, and man, when we played them, bro, that Tahad Pettiford, bro, is different, bro. Like he literally, he's a pro, man. Like he's gonna be a league guy. He was so good when we were playing him. But dude, they're massive, bro. Like Auburn, they got so many dudes, man, that can just score the ball, and they just got threats everywhere. And they got probably the best front court in the country with Dylan Cardwell and Janai Broom. They're huge.
Yeah.
And they just.
You got those two bigs, and then you throw in Chad Baker-Mazzara to Pettiford.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's unreal. That team is unreal. They're so deep, too. They play like 9-10 guys, and Bruce Pearl ain't scared, bro.
Yeah. So, Nick, I'm not going to have you give an analysis of all these games because I imagine you don't have time for it. But out of these 8 teams, what team has impressed you the most, and is it Auburn?
Arizona's definitely hot. I didn't think I would probably say because I just talked about Auburn, I'd probably say Arizona has been impressing me the most. Their coach is doing a great job with those guys. At the beginning of the year, I didn't really think they were going to be anything crazy, but now they're definitely starting to find their stride. Caleb Love is a hooper, man. He's a certified shot chucker, like you said. And,
he is.
Sometimes you need guys like that just, can go get you a bucket and aren't scared of the big moments and all that. So that stuff definitely helps. But, yeah, Arizona's getting hot at the right time.
They are.
Right time, for sure.
DP?
I wish Umar Bala would have stayed there.
DP, let's hear your recap on these 4 games.
Yeah, this Bama-Auburn game was absolutely electric. I mean, sat there and watched most of this game, probably 99% of it, and Auburn was up like 44-31 at one point. I thought it was kind of going to end up being a blowout. Bama clawed their way back. But my favorite sequence of this game was there was like 15 points scored in like 15 seconds in this game. Like, Bama comes down, hits a 3, turnover, Bama another 3. And then, as you said, Pettiford just comes down. They haven't scored in like, I don't know, a minute or whatever. Just comes down, pulls, buries it. An immediate celebration from the bench. I'm just like, the stones on this kid to just shoot this shot right now. When Bama's on like a, 9-11-0 run and Auburn hadn't scored. And it was just like, boom, bang. And then that kind of set the tone for Auburn for the rest of the game. I mean, that team is just bizarre. There was about 4 minutes left. Both those teams were at, 65 points-ish. And I'm like, oh, these team totals are dead. Nope. This game ends in, the 90s and the high 80s. But, it's just a test of those two programs. Wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing, those two teams in the Final Four again.
And probably the SEC championship.
Yeah.
So then we take our talents to the Big Ten matchups here.
Yeah, I didn't really get to see much of this Illinois MSU game. I saw that Illinois was up big, and then all of a sudden I look up and Sparty won by, 10 or something? And
14,
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, congratulations to Izzo. I know he said in his post game that if Bobby wants to trade a few banners for wins, that he's all for it. But I respect that for Izzo because wins don't matter at the end of the day. It's all about the championships with him.
Correct.
This Wisconsin-Purdue game, it's always great to see Purdue lose.
I agree,
especially at Mackey. That place sucks. Wisconsin, I mean, you scored 58 points and a half in Mackey. Purdue, you're in for a rough stretch here. You know, they played all, you know, the other teams in the Little 10 early, the teams that are garbage. Well, guess what? Now you got to play Sparty, at Illinois, at IU. They're in for a rude awakening here soon at the end of March. I think it's great. Oh, yeah, little Braden, you can't win a game shooting 2 threes, buddy. Not my Wooden Award.
I hate the beard, bro.
I hate the beard, too.
It's horrible.
And then, you know, this Houston-Arizona game, I needed Arizona money line to win this thing. So it was all right. Caleb Love, 1 of 8 from 3. You know, not surprised there, as you guys say. Certified shot chucker. But I guess as we saw for Iowa State, he can be 1 of 11 from 3. Hit a 58-footer and then, you know, hit 2 threes in overtime. But this was big. I don't think Arizona should be ranked 13th in the country. That's just me. I don't think they're that good of a team. Houston, once again, proves that defense will end up winning out. And that's what they, you know, build their program on with Coach Sampson. So Houston rolled. Well, didn't roll, but, you know.
Great coach.
At the end of the game, that's what matters with them, and that's what they do.
I love it. Now, Mackie, I'm going to throw it to you, kid, and then we're going to get to me.
I'll keep it nice and simple. Illinois sucks. We'll talk about that a little more down the line. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about Brad Underpants and the Illinois Fighting Illini. They are not good. Scored negative 2 points the last 6.5 minutes of the game. Yes, that's real. You can look it up. Didn't score the last 6.5 minutes and had 2 taken off for a goaltending.
I did
Negative
see
in the
that.
last 6.5. You guys are embarrassing. Yeah, Purdue now that schedule's turning and they're struggling. So they have to go up to East Lansing on Tuesday, reel in a little bit. We'll see what happens. And then Auburn-Bama, obviously high-level game. It didn't really matter to me who won that game. Both of these teams are good, and Auburn's just the best team in the country. Enough of the Duke discourse.
And then, Mac, what about Houston, Arizona, kid?
I didn't get to see a ton of this game, to be entirely honest with you. I was out and about, but Arizona just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Defense wins out, and Caleb Love doesn't hit shots. Just looking at the box scores, it seemed like that was what happened.
All right. Going into mine, like DP said, I got to actually get a lot of this Bama and Auburn game. And like he said, it was something not to miss. I mean, these two teams are so much fun to watch. I mean, these are two teams that it's just like the fluidity of the game is just so much fun to watch. The chemistry is beautiful. And they just have 5 studs on the floor. It doesn't matter if they're coming off the bench. It doesn't matter if they're starting. They're going to have 5 guys on both sides or both teams that are going to be good at the game and produce the highest level of basketball you can. And we've seen that. And props to Auburn going to Bama and getting a win. I mean, that's a huge SEC win. But like Johnny said, I do believe that they're the best in the country right now as well. They're hot as well. Then we go to Illinois, Michigan State. I love Tom Izzo. I think he complains a shit ton. But when it comes down to it, he's probably first or second best coach in the country, in my opinion.
Since Jay Wright retired, I agree with you.
He's put together, I mean, a roster where I only knew Jaden Aitkins, and he's somehow in the top 10. And it seems like he can put together a team that is just like no-namers into great players and perform. And Illinois, like Mackie said, Brad Underpants, you suck. You've taken so much of my money this year. You're a piece of shit. But then I actually got to watch a lot of this Wisconsin and Purdue game as well. I want to give a shout out to Blackwell. The last 5 minutes of this game, he completely took it over. Tunji was hot in the second half for Wisconsin, and he seemed to cool off. But this Blackwell kid is great. He's young. He's a sophomore. And little Brayton had no answer to him. None. He was on it. Brayton was guarding Blackwell for the last 5 minute stretch of the half. Closed the game out, and Brayton couldn't get it done. He scored every single shot. He did not miss in the last 5 minutes of the game, and you need guys like that. And Purdue fucking sucks. Yeah. But then,
Stat Patter Smith's got a real attitude problem when things aren't going his way.
He does.
Chop that beard off, you bum.
He's got LMS, Mac, little man syndrome.
Back to Westfield, buddy.
Yeah. And then we head into the Houston-Arizona game, and as Mackie says, this was a what? An absolute rock fight. I mean, this was poor basketball. I mean, you couldn't hear more bricks in a rec center. I mean, my God, do you compliment the defense or do you I don't even know what else you compliment. I mean, it was horrible. I mean, yes, defense is being played, but my gosh, I mean, this was horrible. But shout out to Houston. I had them to win that game, but they about gave it away to Arizona in the last 2 minutes. I was real worried, but like you said, I love Coach Sampson. He's a great coach. Big fan of LJ Cryer as well. But this Houston Cougars team, they'll be making a run in March just because of how physical their defense is. But
I did just notice that the only 3 that Pettiford made in that game was the stop the Alabama run.
Hey, it don't matter.
No, it doesn't.
It don't matter.
He was
Pettiford.
1 of 5, but the stone. I still can't believe the stones on that shot.
Certified hooper.
He's got the Steph Curry green light.
So, Nick, I'm actually going to throw this next segment to you. We picked 4 basketball games, and Nick Anderson doesn't bet. Division I athlete, not allowed to bet. And so we picked 4 games for you. We want to see, in like a friendly handshake bet with us, who your 4 teams are to win. So it's going to be Michigan State at Purdue, Tennessee at A&M, Houston at Iowa State, and Bama at Kentucky. So we'll start with Michigan.
Kentucky at Bama.
Oh, Kentucky at Bama.
Kentucky at Bama.
We'll start with that one.
I don't think Bama's losing 2 in a row.
No.
I would put Bama over Kentucky, especially since Kentucky doesn't have a point guard. I think Bama's guard play is definitely going to show out. They got Mark Sears, a veteran guard, and then Aiden Holloway, who's a bucket. And
Stud.
Freshman Bylon.
Stud.
Scary quick. I put him up there with Pettiford being like twitchy and just really, really good guard.
Then we'll
This
head.
game was Tennessee A&M.
Yeah, we can go there. Tennessee at A&M.
Tennessee at A&M. Tennessee's, I don't know, man. They're up and down. You know, they're either hitting shots or they're not, but their defense is legit. So I would say they're also getting in the time of the year where they can't give games up. So I'd probably say Tennessee over A&M.
All right, then we're going to Houston at Iowa State. You know, we're big Cyclone fans over here,
No,
Nick.
Houston's at home.
Really?
Iowa State at Houston. Yeah, we're
Sorry.
big Cyclone fans over here. We love taking the Cyclones. So, I mean,
Iowa State at Houston. Well, I don't bet like you said, but if you want to make money, I'd definitely go to Iowa State.
Iowa State, you like them on the road going to Houston?
It'll be a tough one. It'll be a tough one for sure. Houston doesn't lose a lot of games there, man. You know, Texas Tech scored one out. I think it was in overtime a couple weeks ago. But you know, just because you're Iowa State guys, we'll go Iowa State.
Yeah, I love it, Nick. And then the last one is going to be Michigan State at Purdue.
What about you? We have Michigan.
I know, but
Oh, okay, yeah. Sparty's at home.
Michigan State by 30. That's no question.
Michigan State by
Purdue.
30.
Purdue's garbage.
Nick's for the pod.
Purdue's garbage, dude.
Yeah,
I love
don't
it.
like Purdue either, man. All 3 of my sisters went to IU.
Yeah. Wow. We love it.
That fired me up.
That did fire me up as well. Okay, John. So we're gonna throw it to you, buddy. Give us your picks here.
You laying them out for me?
Do you want me to lay them
Yeah,
out for
I
you?
want you to lay them out.
Okay. Purdue at Michigan State.
Yeah, as Nick said, I'm going with Michigan State by 40.
All right, and then we're gonna do Tennessee at A&M.
You know, I've said it all year.
Because we already did.
This Tennessee team is so fraudulent, dude. They're going to get upset early in this tournament, and it's going to be awesome. Give me Wade Taylor and the boys, Buzz Williams and the boys by 6.
And John, A&M's made us some coin this year.
Yep, they have. Wade Taylor, I said it before the year, and I know I sound like a clown now. I said SEC Player of the Year, but this Wade Taylor guy's a stud. He is a certified shot chucker, though.
Iowa State at Houston.
I got to take Houston. Just because I've been on a cold streak, boys, I haven't picked very many winners. I got to go Houston here at home.
And then UK.
You guys know the team I
Bama.
don't pick against.
Yeah, you don't.
And that's the Kentucky Wildcats. So give me the C-A-T-S, cats.
Wow. Glazing the cats here, DP.
Yes.
Who's your 4 picks here, kid? We'll start with that Purdue at Michigan State.
Yeah. The Breslin's going to be rocking.
Oh, it's
I mean, this is going to be a projected whiteout, probably.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
With the students there. Yeah, I mean, dude, this is going to be an absolute ass-kicking up in East Lansing. Sparty by 35.
Ziegler at Wade Taylor.
Ziegler, go get a job, dude. Give me Wade Taylor. Wade Taylor and A&M, nice at home. Hey, they have a chance to catch the one line.
Yeah, Ziegler's going to be at the blackjack table with us next year.
Yeah, no shit there. Gilbert at Crier. You can't do it. There's no way.
I love my baby bash. Give me the Cyclones.
Yep. Cyclones, baby. And then Cats at Bama.
Yeah, this is a Mark Sears revenge game. Mark Sears goes for 30 plus in this game.
I completely agree. Now, Mac, we're going to throw it to you before I give the finale.
Yeah.
We're going Purdue at Michigan State.
You know what? I'm just going to do it just to save the picture. I'll take Purdue to bounce back. I don't think they're going to lose 3 in a
Wow.
row. Michigan State cannot shoot 3 to save their life.
They
You
can't.
fucking bozo.
You can't. They can't, actually. They're like, I think, I heard a
They
stat.
are statistically one of the worst 3-point shooting
Yeah.
teams in the
Yeah.
Yeah, IU did run a zone against them, and absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked.
Hoosiers suck, even though I'm a Hoosier. I mean, it's sad. Tennessee at A&M, kid.
I'll take A&M. I think this is going to be a good game. I'll be taking the under, but I think A&M will edge it out at home by 2.
Iowa State at Houston.
I'll take Houston. Keep it real simple.
I hate when he does that shit. He goes,
C-A-T-S,
then Mackie, are you going against your own school here in Kentucky?
Yeah, well, I mean, I should also point this out. The pod viewers will love this story. I was boots on the ground in Lexington for Tennessee UK on Tuesday. Every time Zakai Ziegler shot a shot, I stood up and started cheering, knowing it gave the Cats the
Defensive
massive
rebound?
advantage.
Yeah.
Yep. Win probability goes up every time you shot the ball, and there was these 2 nerds in Home Depot college game day hard hats next to me that were getting all pissed off. So I hope you guys enjoyed your long trip home. Brought my broom for you nerds.
I can't stand Milicic either, Mackie. I hate him.
Yeah. So I'll be giving 4 winners out. And actually, I think I might be mixed.
Well, I hadn't given my pick yet, but I'm going to go with Alabama. Kentucky's too.
Wow, he just pulled a
Against his
McAfee.
own school.
He just pulled a
Picked
McAfee.
against his own school.
This guy just said, "What's that coming down the track?"
Wow. I can't. There was no way in hell I thought Mackie was picking Bama. Wow.
It's really hard to win a basketball game against one of the best teams in the country without your 3 guards. But once again, they tend to win games. I don't think they're going to. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Purdue at Michigan State. This one's a no-brainer.
You want me to give him to you?
Yeah, give it to me.
Purdue at Michigan State.
Sparty by 100.
Tennessee at A&M.
Wade Taylor has 40 piece. Give me A&M.
Iowa State at Houston.
It's Cyclones or die, baby. Give me Gilbert. Give me Gilbert 25 piece.
And then the C-A-T-S, Cats in Tuscaloosa.
Give me the Cats.
Give me the Cats,
Give me
baby.
the Cats, baby.
Give me the Cats.
I'm tired of betting against these guys and them wiping their ass with me. They have screwed me 3 times. Both Tennessee games I took. Tennessee win, or I said that wrong, or did I say it wrong?
You took Tennessee.
I
both
took
times.
Tennessee against the Cats. It doesn't matter who Mark Pope's putting out there. He's putting out a winning lineup, and I'm tired of seeing it and losing money off of it.
Kentucky wins so many games they're not supposed to
tired
win.
of it.
And they lose the games they're supposed to win. I don't understand
We're going
it.
to go off a Bama team that just lost to the best team in the country. This isn't a bounce back spot. This is a 2-loss spot, baby. Give me the Cats.
Give me Alabama.
You
At
dumbass.
the end of the day, boys, we know Wednesday night we're all riding with the Paladins.
That's true. I've been betting on the Paladin all year. They're lucky they don't give me Anderson's props. But to wrap up the segment, Nick, we're going to go into more detail. I just wanted to know this year, not including Rock Chalkland, what was the best stadium that you got to play in this year? And not your own stadium. I understand that's probably a special place for you as well. But if you had to pick a road spot, where was the best place to play?
Not rock chalk. Yeah, I'll pick a little mid-major non-conference. I really liked Harvard. Their setup. Harvard had a nice gym, nice campus. Like it they got a good crowd there for sure. Right before Christmas is when we played them. Yeah, just super high level money elite.
Yeah, was it loud in there? All the lawyers have their checkbook out and shit?
The nerds finally put their books down?
A lot of fancy clapping and a bunch of that shit. But no, it was a good environment for sure. It was fun there.
Was it a packed house?
Yeah, it was. They had a good crowd. There.
Nice. Now, DP?
Yeah, kind of the same question. Did you guys play in any crazy gyms when you were at Barry?
Nah, nothing crazy. The top gyms in our conference would probably be Nova Southeastern, who's in Fort Lauderdale. They're kind of like our rivals. They have a nice gym, and then UT, University of Tampa, they have a good gym.
Would you say, when you were playing at Barry, do you think your gym was bigger at Barry or Lake Central?
Oh, Lake Central by a lot.
Really?
The lake effect.
That's
Indiana high school basketball is different, bro. Indiana high school basketball is different.
That's crazy, though. I mean, I know Lake Central's gym's huge, but that's just like...
I got a quick question for you.
Crazy.
So you played at Kansas obviously this year. So I just want to know, being on the court compared to watching a game on TV. You're watching a game on TV and it kind of you hear it's insane. There's 17,000 plus rooting against you. I mean, what was that like? Was it hard to focus on the game? Were you more focused kind of on the atmosphere aspect of it, or were you just in awe of what was happening?
It definitely was a crazy experience. Bill Self is a celebrity there. He doesn't come out until 2 minutes before tip off, and everybody goes nuts. Yeah, man, it's the way that gym is laid out, bro. It's like the people are on top of you, They're just so close to the court, and it definitely was a crazy experience. But at the end of the day, you're really just hooping, and they're comparing them to Auburn. Auburn. They just got hoopers, bro. Auburn, you got to be ready to guard the ball every second out there. Whereas Kansas, they're more coached. They're looking for Dickinson down low. I was guarding Zeke Mayo and stuff, and I knew when he was gonna try and attack me and when he was just gonna swing and he's looking for Dickinson. You know what I mean? It was just a lot of different play styles and all that, but. Yeah, it was fun.
Would you say you noticed those tendencies off film, or just habit of play? Yeah, exactly.
I noticed, a little bit of both. Watching film, you kind of notice the tendencies and stuff like that. They got us some iPads, so they put all the film on there that we're able to watch on our own. But once you're in game, it's definitely more you kind of you get the feel.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Nick, we hate Hunter Dickinson. We hate him.
I don't know. He felt there's games where he just looks uninterested in even playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, it was funny because we played in Vegas, right? We played in the Vegas Classic, played Seattle, and then Duke played Kansas right before us, and we saw. A couple of days before, we saw him and Flory Badunga and a couple of the other players in the Louis V store just dropping $15K on something.
Must be nice.
You're this guy, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we appreciate it. Then Mac, we're gonna throw it to you, buddy. What, in your opinion, what are the three best atmospheres in college basketball today?
Mackey Arena, Fog Allen, and Cameron Indoor would be the three this year.
Mackey Arena is your number one.
Yeah.
You're sad, dude.
Oh,
no shit, dude. It's loud. It's the size of Crown Point's Aux gym.
Yeah, I mean, it's the size of DP's condo, dude. If we put 100 people in here, we'd have the doors blown off of it, too. What a horrible goddamn take.
I didn't even hear his other two, because he said...
What a horrible take.
Yeah. I didn't even hear his other
Fog
two.
and Cameron.
Johnny, you are so fucking dumb. It amazes me.
Wow.
What a horrible take.
All right, John. Well, what's yours then? If his are so horrible.
Well, obviously, Fog Allen, rock chalk. I mean, it's one of the greatest chants there is in college basketball.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Assembly Hall.
I mean, it's number two.
I'd probably put it at my number two. It's one of the most historic places in the world, and when they're good, it's as loud as anywhere in the country. And then it's hard to leave out Cameron Indoor. but low-key sneaky, the Rack at Rutgers. Because it's also small, bro. But that atmosphere at the Rack is nuts. And kind of how Nick was saying about Kansas, they're on top of you. It's so small, and they're on top of you. So I'd go the Rack, Assembly Hall, and Fog Allen.
DP?
Yeah, my 3, I'm going to go. I mean, watching that Auburn-Tennessee game this year, that game was dog shit, but the place was electric. I'll just put that up there. Definitely the Breslin. Sparty gets rolling in there a few times. Rupp is really loud, especially when they go on some huge runs.
A little more of an
Tuesday night,
NBA
Rupp
atmosphere.
Arena.
I will give an honorable mention. Shout out to Joyce Center, because when they're good, that place is actually pretty loud.
I'm pissed. I really thought DP wasn't going to bring up the one I liked. But the top atmosphere, in my opinion, is Cameron Indoor. I think that speaks for itself. They just always have NBA caliber players that are freshmen that just get everyone fired up and stuff like that. Fog Allen, obviously, John, our futures pick, Kansas.
Yeah, we're on Kansas to win it all.
On Kansas to win it all. Not looking great. I mean, I don't know what's going on over
Did
there.
they win last night? Did they win?
No, they lost to
they
Utah.
lost. Yeah, it's sad.
17 and a half point favorite.
They're in trouble. But then my third.
You're saying that you're surprised I didn't say this?
No, I was going to say this, but then I pivoted a little. Yeah, I pivoted a little bit here. I got to take Assembly Hall. I'll be honest with you. When we gamed Purdue, what's his name? Finney?
Rob Finney.
When Rob Finney hit that jump shot, and we stood out there in the cold for 7 hours. John
7 hours.
skipped class and everything to be in the first 10 rows.
In the suits.
When he hit that shot, that was the loudest sporting event that I have ever been to in my entire life. I couldn't hear Johnny talking to me, and he was standing right next to me. Yeah.
People climbing over the poles to get on the court, bro. You couldn't breathe. I thought someone was going to die, but that place is madness. And when Indiana's good, bro, there's nothing like it. You're on a court, you see 4 corners of nothing.
Suck it, Ivy. What are you saying?
There's another one. Watford for the win! That was
another great one.
On TV.
Yeah.
It's like speakers get blown out when you're on TV.
Fuck you, Kentucky. But hey, Nick, that's wrapping us up, man. Hey, I wanted to thank you. Appreciate it a lot for you coming on the pod. Meant the world to us here. And thanks for giving us all the stuff that you do, man, and all the information. We really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, good luck the rest of the way, dude, and we'll have to get you on here again, and we appreciate you coming on, dude. It's helping us out. We're kind of on the startup here, so it's good to get a little insight from a guy that is a little better athlete than us.
Yeah. DP.
Yes,
doubt,
hey,
man.
yeah. Best of luck Wednesday. Best of luck when you guys hit Asheville for the conference tournament. Hopefully you guys see you in March. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Mac, any last remarks?
Nothing. Just thanks for coming on, and 3 games in 3 days. Go get it done.
Yes, sir, baby.
We love it, baby.
We'll be tuned in.
Furman, baby. All right, guys. That's wrapping us up today, man. Great episode here today. Really thankful for Nick, and we were all fired up. So thanks for watching. Continue to watch.
Beanie Boys out.